Hello to everyone from around the world. Great to have you join me today. I'm Micah T. Welcome to O.N.E, which is for our new earth and for us as one world community creating the future of our new earth. If you haven't watched the introduction video, please have a look at that first before watching this one, as it will give you an idea of what this channel is all about. It would be a benefit to you to watch the videos from the introduction and then following through to videos 1, 2, etc. And it is much appreciated if you could like all the videos to show your support to this channel. Subscribe to be part of the world community and also to be notified with updates. Okay, let's get started. So I thought a great place to start is adjusting our thoughts to a new way of being, a new way of seeing, and a new way of thinking. Really powerful when you just give yourself a moment and actually think about that. Okay, so how can we put all of that into practice? I guess first place to start, and I've done this myself, so I can say it's worked for me. But a great place I'd like to suggest for all of us, for you, for me, to start is being more conscious of how we're being during the day. How are we thinking and how are we seeing and taking in everything around us, and how is it affecting us? The way we're being. Are we being kind? Are we being considerate? Are we being aware, fully aware of what's going on around us and what's being said to us and what's being done to us? And how is that making us feel? Are we seeing everything? Are we really taking in what's going on around us? Great example for me is when I go for a walk, I now make sure that I look up. I didn't realize when I went for walks that I wasn't looking up. I wasn't looking up at the trees. I wasn't looking in the sky. I wasn't looking ahead of myself. I wasn't looking around me to see what was going on. So now I make an effort every time I go for a walk. It's a new way of being for me. It's a new way of seeing, and it's a new way of thinking. So I look up and I look at the sky and I think, oh my gosh, if it's a sunny day, I love how blue the sky is. There's not a cloud in the sky. If there is clouds in the sky, look how beautiful they are. And I look at the trees and the birds all jumping around and chirping around in the trees, being very busy, and just appreciating that and how beautiful that is. It's so beautiful. And then, of course, how am I thinking about that? I'm thinking, for me, when I go for a walk now, I'm thinking how much I appreciate the beauty that Mother Earth has to offer us. And it's right there for us. It's right there wherever you go. If you walk out your front door now and you have a look around and you see a rock, look at that rock. See what that rock's doing and think about that rock. That rock is actually very beautiful. It's very unique. Is it wet, and does it make it shiny because it's been raining and the rock's really wet now? Has it got some moss on it, which adds even more dimension to it of beauty and colour and interest? So I'm being more proactive in how I'm being. How am I every day being amongst people? How am I seeing the world around me every day? Am I seeing it in a negative light? Can I see the beauty in the world around me every day, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed? And how am I thinking daily about everything that's going on around me and the things that I see for the future of Mother Earth, for the future of humankind, and for the future of everything else. So, moving forward to a new world is new ways of thinking, new ways of being amongst one another, and also new ways of seeing things in a much more positive light, seeing the future for how we want to grow and how we want to come together as a world community, coming up with ways of creating new systems, things that are going to allow us to not have anyone go without. Nobody's going to be sleeping on the streets, and certainly no one's going to be starving and begging for food. So, moving on from all of that, we need to rise above all of that and find ways of how we can come together as a community, a world community, to have accommodation for everybody. Everyone has food, and everyone is cared for and respected and considered. It's massive when we start changing our ways of thinking and how we're going to be in the future, how we're being now, about changing our old ways and becoming into the new way of thinking in a much more positive light that is going to create a future for everybody and everything, and for Mother Earth as well, to live in more harmony, live in peace, communicating again amongst one another. And that's not just through the internet. This is communicating in person, being amongst one another, enjoying the people that you're associating with on a daily basis. So these are the types of things we can be working on if we're going to be moving forward in creating a better way of being, a better way of seeing, and a better way of thinking, to create a more positive vibration overall for everyone around the world. We all can work together in ensuring that we're feeling a little bit more whole within ourselves, and we now only allow for the positive. So if we're watching something on television, or we see something on the internet, mobile phones, social media, and it's really negative and you can actually feel that it's affecting you, my suggestion now is to turn it off, move on to something else, put the laptop down, put the mobile phone down, go for a walk, and look up in the sky and have a look at the beauty around you, because that's a very instant changing the moment, changing the mood straight away for you. If it's snowing outside, great, go outside. Not if it's a blizzard, of course, no, but it doesn't mean you can't walk to your window and watch the snow falling. Really look at it, like actually watch the snow, look at it and see how beautiful it is, how amazing that actually looks, and how feeling cold feels, and yet you're warm and comfortable inside your home. These are the things that I'm saying we need to be more aware of. So it comes down to a case of being more aware of how we're being, how we're thinking, and how we're seeing, and how we're reacting through how we're being. Are we being kind? Are we caring? Are we considerate? Are we taking a step back to really take in the moment of what's happening to us, good or bad, and I'm talking really terrible situations, if that's something you're experiencing right now, you really need to do the right thing for yourself and for the other person and step back and think through what it is you're dealing with, and is it right for you? Is it right for the other person? Do you both need to move on and have time apart from one another and have different experiences so that you can learn and grow? And then perhaps maybe you may come back together if the love and connection is that strong for you. Or you may have learned, oh my gosh, we were so not meant to be together, and I'm glad I gave myself the time to step away from that and actually take time out to see it through, think it through, and behave differently by not being in that environment anymore. And I've grown as a person, and my love in my heart has grown, and I can now feel more. Oh, it's just so powerful. It's something that can be discussed over and over, and I could go on about this so many times because I've actually practiced this myself. I'm still practicing this. I'm still working through all of this, and I still want to grow more from all of this. So take the time, give yourself the time to see how you're behaving, how are you being, a new way of being, a new way of seeing things, and a new way about thinking. This is so important if we're all going to move forward in our new earth. And so together, let's see in our minds that now our world community makes decisions as a collective on where we're at now in this moment in time, and where do we grow from here that benefits everything and everyone. Now, I mean everything: Mother Earth, plants, our trees, the oceans, animals, and of course, us humankind, and our way of living amongst all of this. What decisions are being made by the world community that considers planet Earth first, respecting the planet we live on, and making this a priority? Then, of course, consideration is given to the oceans and all life within them, the trees and plant life, forests, consideration given to the animals and wildlife that live among us, the bees, insects, etc., how we benefit from them. For me, it's ladybugs. I love those little critters, I really do. Then, of course, consideration to us, the people, just loving and appreciating everything, all of it. So our starting point is to allow our thoughts to go from being, it's just all about me and my needs and just surviving, to how we can all live together in peace and harmony. And our norm is helping one another, learning kindness and understanding. This now becomes our new way of thinking, which is now the world community's way of thinking and being and seeing. If you have hate in your heart, ask yourself, where has it come from? Is it really yours? Has someone or something taught you this way of being and feeling? Do you really understand and even thought about why it is part of you? And do you even want this low vibration anymore? Can you forgive and come back to love, working on how this anger and hate has come about, feeling the emotions that come with this, and then learning to let all of that go to achieve a much lighter vibration for yourself? Become happy. Let go of what doesn't help you, the toxic things that have happened to you and of which you carry within you. Let go of what doesn't serve you. Be prepared to purify memories that you carry within you that are stopping you from living in peace and harmony with yourself and your loved ones. Allow yourself to leave the past behind and see your present and future with openness and joy. For all of us, as a world community, we no longer use words like war, famine, crime, homelessness, hunger, and hate. This does not exist in any vocabulary. By letting go of what doesn't serve us and to let go of the toxic pain that we carry inside us to heal the past and protect the future makes this process the way of change, because the process of cleansing the past brings about a transformation which inevitably produces change and leads us on the path of evolution, progression, and the creation of the new. The time has come to bring about the transformation in ourselves through the process of healing. All of us as a world community working together with our gifts and talents, the power of communication, creativity, emotion, and joy, enthusiasm, and the uplifting of others are going to be required of all of us. Let's have fun and enjoy what we do. All this is essential for the creation of a new reality and a new future. Let's focus on our evolution. Our way of being, thinking, and seeing are all focused on love, kindness, feeling safe and supported. We are kinder, loving, compassionate, we're curious, and we're free. We feel safe and we're interesting. We're growing to a higher vibration. We share and teach one another all of our knowledge in relation to all of this. What we do today collectively will ultimately be the future we live in tomorrow. And individually, it's the same thing. What you are believing in, thinking about, talking about, and what you are acting on will be the future you are moving towards. So what is the overall future we are all now working towards? Well, my vision is one of systems and setups that flow, where everyone and everything is cared for, considered and respected, and we all work together in love and harmony to maintain and grow, to advance and learn. Together as a world community, we are changing old systems that no longer work, and from these old ways of being, we now know what not to do. We now know what not to do. So imagine this, and I have some pictures here you can look at as we are visualizing this. Circular cities that have greenhouses as the center, middle part, and is the heart and soul of the city. From there are walkways to accommodation of different levels and sizes. From there is schooling, a university, and science and study facilities, recreational facilities, swimming pools, sporting grounds for all types of sports and fitness, hospitals, wellness centres, yoga, meditation, nature walking and hiking tracks, and then natural, untouched forest and land from there. There are millions of these cities set ups all around the world, and many of these in each country. Everyone works and contributes to the city in some way. The goal of these city setups is to eliminate homelessness, starvation, and greed, where no one person or family has more than another. There will be no more lack of, as we seem to be experiencing around the world at this very moment in time. In these cities, we all work together, take care of one another. The elderly are respected and we appreciate all they have done and contributed before us. There is only love and joy in these social setups around the world. Wow, can you see it? Can you feel it? And do you want this to be our new way of being? I feel amazing just knowing we can achieve this. So, of course, this is just a general overview of what we've chatted about today in this video, and I think it would be best if we just left it at that for this video, and I think it leaves it on a really exciting and positive note. I feel amazing just knowing we can achieve this. As I've said, I am absolutely passionate about Mother Earth, our planet, our home, and I believe if we all come together as a world community, we can change the old systems that are just not working for us now. We are all seeing it. It's a reality. We're all feeling it. And to an extent, I feel we're all knowing in our hearts and in our souls that we need to start now to make a change and grow together as a world community, humankind, everybody who lives on this planet is responsible of taking care of the planet, nurturing the planet, respecting our planet, and learning to live amongst everything that Mother Earth provides to us, all the beauty, the animals, the plants, everything that contributes to us all having a better way of being and living, seeing and thinking for our future, and generations and generations and generations thereafter get to enjoy and grow and build and make everything bigger and better and just unified. I get so excited about this. I really do. And I do believe that we can make this happen. So I hope that this video has helped in some way for all of you who have watched up to this point. I appreciate that. Please leave some comments below. I will read them all and get back to you with my comment or my feedback on what you are saying and commenting on, and letting me know how you feel about my ideas, my visions, and is it something that you feel that you'd like to be a part of? We can do this together and we can actually make this happen. I'm so excited. I'm really so excited. So thank you again. Please like all the videos, as I've said before, and also subscribe so you can be updated for when I do my next videos, to let you all know the next stage. I think video 2 will be based around more of coming together as a world community and the reality of how we can actually create these circular cities that I have in my visions and my mind, and giving you some idea. Now look, they're not going to be exactly as I say, I know that, and there's so much to be considered. We know that too. That's the reality. That's what we've got to work towards. That's where our starting point. And we've got a lot of work to do. We really do have a lot of work to do if this is going to become a reality and we're going to make this happen. So thank you again for bearing with me today, taking in the information of what I've given you. I hope it's helped. I hope it's made you feel a lot better about where we're at right now in this moment and how we're going to move forward into a much way of being in love and being supported and taking care of one another and growing. Thank you, everybody. Please take good care of yourselves. Try out the exercise that I've said. When you get up in the morning, first thing in your mind, how am I going to be today? How am I going to be thinking today? And how am I going to be seeing things today? And be really focused on that and see if that's something that actually really does help you to get into that right place of changing into a new way of being. Bye everyone. Take care. Lots and lots of love to you. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye.